You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodgers for Black and White Sports 2. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you check us out on Pod. All of our audio is available from our videos anywhere fine podcasts are available. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers because we got a couple of things. For full disclosure, I am fully rooting for interesting. I'm kind of rooting for chaos. I'm not going to kid you. Just pure chaos. What was that? Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, Chaos Theory? Wasn't that his theory? So I'm rooting for chaos here, and we've had a little chaos this week, a little intrigue when Craig Carton on his Fox Sports show, not his radio show, but his Fox Sports show, dropped a bombshell out there that the 49ers had entered the chat on Aaron Rodgers. Now, there's a lot of reasons why that makes sense. There's reasons why it doesn't make sense. But I think the one takeaway I believe I ultimately had is the Packers are floating this, right? They're floating this by way of somebody out there, all right? And I don't believe Carton just got this out of thin air. I think somebody involved in the NFL put this birdie in his ear. Maybe somebody related to the Packers. I don't know. I mean, surely if it was the Packers, he would have taken a step back and went, am I being used for leverage? Well, let's just say New York radio is also caught a fire right now. Also, we've got Aaron Rodgers on a bit of a hunt. It looks like he is went shopping, and we'll check that out too because, well, I just find that crap totally interesting. So let's look at this. Evan Roberts accuses Craig Carton of being used by the Packers to spread fake Aaron Rodgers rumors. Let's be real. I mean, I'm sure the Packers would like to get this deal done, and they're trying to use this as a little bit of leverage against said New York Jets. Of course, Rodgers says, I intend to play for the New York Jets. Now, he didn't say I will. He said I intend to, okay? I do actually believe that wording gives him a little bit of an out here. But the Packers, we all know, they want the 13th overall pick that is currently the Jets. And the Jets are like, nah, we don't want to give up a pick that high for a guy that's this old. And we don't know for sure whether or not he's going to play more than just one season. So let's do this. 2 months after calling, this is awfulannouncing.com. 2 months after calling Adam Schefter a, quote, mouthpiece for NFL teams, Craig Carton may have similarly served as a propagandist for the Packers. As the Packers and the New York Jets continue to squabble over trade compensation for Aaron Rodgers, Carton went on his Fox Sports 1 show this week and suggested the San Francisco 49ers are preparing to enter the fold for Green Bay's longtime quarterback. But according to his WFAN radio co-host, Evan Roberts, Carton is just being used by the Packers. Quote, you're just being used, Roberts said. The Green Bay Packers need a lemon. That's supposed to be lemming. A lemming. I'm sure he meant lemming, right? They needed to find somebody that could put the message out there to scare Joe Douglas to try to get over the finish line. Look, it makes sense. I mean, it does make. If you're the Packers, you have a obligation to use every tactic possible to squeeze every last ounce you can out of the Jets. That said, look, Packers, if you think the guy can't play anymore and you want to get rid of him, and it seems that most of your fan base actually supports you in this, just get over the finish line, for crying out loud. You happen to be that lemming. I'm still changing that from lemon. This is all an attempt. I give the Packers credit. It's creative. All an attempt to scare the Jets. Craig, you're doing nothing wrong. You're just being used. As long as Rodgers maintains he only wants to play for the Jets this season, Green Bay's leverage is waning. Green Bay can't pretend another team is on the phone with a better offer if Rodgers won't consider playing anywhere other than New York. But if there was another team with interest, the 49ers seem like an obvious fit, a Super Bowl-ready team with unproven quarterbacks. So did Green Bay float that San Francisco is interested, or did Carton just connect the dots and, quote, report it for attention? Quote, why would anyone want to use me, Carton asked. I didn't put it out there for attention. You saw the correspondence I got. I'm not a clickbait guy. So he got something. He's saying right there that he got something that indicated that the Niners were in on this. People that don't know me nationally can say whatever they want. I don't care. Do you guys actually think I went on the radio yesterday and today or on TV this morning and decided I want attention and click so I make something up, Carton continued. Do you guys honestly think I would ever do that? He has to know the answer to that question is a resounding, quote, yes, especially as attempts to build an audience for the FS1 show he launched 7 months ago. Roberts, however, didn't excuse his radio partner of making up rumors. He accuses Carton of being a tool for Green Bay to spread information. By the way, awful announcing, I don't buy that he just randomly made it up. I don't actually buy that. Just because the Packers are desperate, they're floating you fake information doesn't mean the information's going to turn out to be true, Roberts said. This is their attempt to scare the Jets. Now, that I do believe, okay? I do believe the Packers are ultimately sort of somehow, some way behind this rumor, okay? And actually, Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur are tight. All right, very tight. And they're from the same coaching tree, obviously. LaFleur is a direct descendant of that said tree. So that's something to think about. I don't know why the Niners would help the Packers. I hope that wouldn't happen. Truly. So Aaron Rodgers, by the way, was out in California. He was out in California. Now, he's got a place out there, so it's not completely unusual. Again, another reason why the 49ers thing does kind of make sense. There are all kinds of reasons why it does make sense. But, again, I think it is leverage. And look, if the Niners pull this off, they'll shock the world. This is the New York Post. Perhaps he picked out a piece for a potential new place out east. Aaron Rodgers was photographed leaving Topanga Rock's Crystal Shop in L.A. this week as trade negotiations between the Jets and the Packers remain at a standstill. Maybe the Niners, too. Maybe the Niners. The 39-year-old quarterback who previously said he intends to play for the Jets in 2023 was seen holding a small bag as he left the store, which sells crystals, jewelry, stone goods, and other design elements from around the world. This guy is one eccentric cat. There he is right there. That's right, Aaron Rodgers, ever thinking outside the box. Crystals can be used for a multitude of reasons, including meditation, which is something the veteran quarterback enjoys practicing. It's unclear what exactly Rodgers purchased. He does have a history with crystals. In a recent profile of Men's Health, Rodgers wore a necklace with a crystal and fossil amulet. He also spoke to the outlet about his affinity for practicing transcendental to hell with it. Meditation. Jesus, man, mouth surgery. Quote, it's really just about how I can calm my mouth so it's not racing, Rodgers said, adding that doing the dishes is one of his favorite meditative activities in the world. I think meditation can get skewed at times, like you have to go into some sort of trance or start umming or whatever, but I feel like I can go into a meditative space doing the dishes. I can also get it with an instrumental soundtrack going on, just sitting on my couch in the sunroom without my phone and just close my eyes. So anyway, it goes on to talk about Jake Paul and Aaron Rodgers together. So there he is. It looks like I may have scored him some Starbucks. So there we have it on that. That's just a side note to this video. Man, my dyslexia / mouth surgery really showed up in this video. I'm not editing it. It is what it is. I said, yeah, I had mouth surgery like 2 years ago, and now I just can't say some words. I just cannot do it. I don't know why. It would have been nice to have known that, but I had to have it nonetheless, so it doesn't matter. So Aaron Rodgers is in L.A. buying crystals. I guess that's kind of interesting. A meditative state. Again, he's eccentric. He's an out-of-the-box thinker. I was not an Aaron Rodgers fan at all, maybe 18 months ago. At all. And, he's said and done a lot of things over the last 18 months that's outside of the box. He shows I'm not thinking like everybody else. I'm not going to, and I don't care if you don't like it. And I dig that. I do. I could say the same thing. Hey, I don't give a rip. It is what it is. And I liked how he handled all his COVID cancellation that was attempted on him. And that he just didn't feel like he owed anybody an explanation for anything. The media felt like he did. I didn't. I mean, if I'm hearing him, why the hell do I think I owe anybody in the media anything? I like that. I do, And I just think he pays attention to things that the zombies don't. So I like that. I do. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It is. I do think he's going to end up with the Jets. I said that yesterday. But the 49ers is really intriguing in all this. Again, they can figure out the salary cap stuff. That's always something that can be done. They'll take 6-7 players, rework contracts, all that kind of stuff. So the salary is not an issue. It's just whether or not, and you never know, Kyle Shanahan and Aaron Rodgers might dig each other. I kind of think they might butt heads, but Rodgers knows that offense. And look, if you're Joe Douglas, you got to be aware, at least aware of what's going on. Because if somehow, some way this fell through and Aaron Rodgers ends up anywhere else, including randomly staying with the Packers, it's going to be a disaster. A disaster. I mean, he will get run out of New York. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Craig Carton, I don't think he made it up. I don't. I think he was told that by somebody he deemed as reputable. But, yeah, he should have probably asked the question of, or at least included, the Packers might be using this. I don't know. So I get that too. And, of course, it makes good radio. Right? And good YouTube. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.